Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Linguistics for Language Learners. In the last episode we introduced the vowel chart, and now we will look at some of the major vowels of English. Here you see the complete chart with all the vowels around the world, but what we've seen so far, just looking at this chart, are the three vowels in the corners here, E, U, and A. And now we'll fill in a few more of the missing vowels, and what the vowel chart helps you to do is put these in a pattern to understand how they fit together. So every time you have a vowel, you can sort of picture where it is on the chart, and that guides you into how to pronounce it. So if you imagine the English vowels, you may have learned that they are A, E, I, O, U. And you see we have A, I, and U. And of course, as I've mentioned before, when it comes to phonetics, you always have to be careful when it comes to spelling, because phonetics is all about the sounds. We use letters to write the sounds, but of course they don't always match up. So it's almost like learning another alphabet, even though they often use the same letters. So in phonetics, the letter always has the same sound. Same letter, same sound. But here we go with the next one. Now if you imagine for this vowel E, written with the letter I, but it's the sound E, that is pronounced with the tongue in the front and as high as possible. So really stretching your tongue out as far to the front and as high as you can go. Now imagine if you were to lower your tongue a little bit. So instead of saying E, kind of bring it down. E, and that's where you get the sound A, which we write using the letter E. So you can see how confusing this can be when you're talking about vowels because the sound E is written I, the sound A is written E. But that's how it is. So you can see how, so this sound A is just like a lowered version of E. You just bring your tongue down lower. And a similar pattern exists at the back. We have the high back sound oo, and if you imagine bringing the tongue down a bit from the oo, you go down oo, and you get this sound O. So there you have it, the A, E, I, O, U, rewritten according to the vowel chart. So here you have the major sounds around the edges. Now there's one more sound that also could be considered a major English vowel, but here again you see that the IPA chart is designed for all languages. And sometimes what English does is you can see where in some ways we sort of match with the trend of the languages everywhere and sort of like normal sounds as far as the world's languages go, like all of these sounds. But sometimes we have sounds that are a bit unusual around the world. And so then here's the next one. If we make our tongue low and forward, we get the sound like ah. And that's what we often think of as the sound ah, like in a word like cat. You would have the low front tongue. And here, because there's not enough A-like letters to go around, we use the symbol which is called ash, which is this mix of AE together. Now it's important that this is written as one letter because it's only a single sound. Even though it looks like two letters, they are combined into one. And this is the sound ah. And you can see it doesn't quite fit on the dots like the other one. So these dots are the cardinal vowels that are the standard international vowels, and a doesn't quite fit onto any of them. But if you were to write the chart just for English, it would have a prominent place low and front. Finally, one more vowel that's a very special and famous vowel when it comes to phonetics is what happens if you put your tongue in the very center of the chart. What is the very center? And this is the famous vowel Schwa, and written as an upside down and backwards E. This is what might be called the lazy vowel. It's the relaxed vowel. It's a vowel where you simply relax your mouth entirely. Everything is in a neutral position, not high, not low, not front, not back. This is what serves in English as the default vowel. It's the automatic vowel. Anytime you have a vowel that you don't really care about, you're not focusing on, if you just have to put a vowel in there, you just go for this schwa. It's of the undefined, sometimes called a reduced vowel. It has no distinction to it. It's just a sound there to make a vowel, and that makes the center of the chart. So with these vowels, we get most of the sounds that work in English. There's only one new set. I wonder if you can notice that there are some sounds missing. Think about what sounds are missing. In many languages, this would be a complete set. Many languages only have 3 vowels, 5, sometimes 7, like you see here. But English has a few more. And that's what we'll get to in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.